thank you for being here and for joining me for this sample practice. My Embodied Practices series is a space I've created for anyone who longs to root into ritual, presence and embodiment without needing to travel, gather in person or sit at a screen. I've designed this series as a bridge, a way to bring the intimacy and depth of an in-person ritual or practice into the comfort and flexibility of your own space. These are not guided meditations, they're audio-guided invitations to listen, receive, and let your body be your guide. A place to pause, attune, and connect with your own experience in a gentle, grounded, and intentional way. At the heart of this work is embodiment. We'll explore somatic listening, sensing, and feeling, practices that invite your body rather than your mind to lead the way. By engaging with sensations, emotions, and movement, we create a space to process and release what the nervous system holds, cultivating a deeper connection to both self and the world. In this series, you'll find practices that explore the world through 3 interconnected lenses. Embodied nature, attuning your body to the rhythms and intelligence of the living world. Embodied ritual, grounding spiritual practice through sensory experience and presence. And embodied archetypes, awakening the mythic patterns that live within us through movement and felt expression. These practices are rooted in somatics, nature, ritual, and embodied awareness, and they're shaped by my work as a counsellor, somatic trauma therapist, meditation teacher, and pagan priestess. This practice I'm sharing today is from a section of an embodied nature practice. In the full recording, which you'll find on my website, we explore the practice of the sitting place, sometimes called a sit spot. This comes to us through indigenous traditions, particularly native teachings from the American continent. This sample practice is taken from a section of my sitting place in autumn practice. If you'd like to purchase the full practice, you can find it on my website. At its heart, exploring the sitting place is about entering into relationship with the land, slowing down, listening, observing and receiving, while offering gratitude and presence in return. This practice is designed to be explored through intentional connection to nature. You could do this sitting at a window where you can see elements of the natural world. You could explore this sitting on a bench in a park, or you could take yourself off to a patch of wilderness somewhere. This practice is from a section of the full recording where we connect with the natural world by exploring each of our senses. In the full recording, we also explore the archetypal energy of the season, as well as our own inner landscape and ecosystem. With each full practice, you'll receive a transcript of the session with highlighted sections to explore as journal prompts. As you explore this sample practice, you're invited to take what resonates and leave what doesn't, honouring your own embodied experience. As we move into this practice, I'll offer cues. Please do what feels safe and supportive for you and ignore the rest. Everything is an invitation. Your body is a doorway into connection, and to explore this will allow each sense to open more fully in turn. Anytime the mind drifts, return gently by reconnecting to the sound of my voice and the sense that we're exploring. You're welcome to close your eyes at this point or to let your gaze soften if you prefer. We'll start with touch. If you're outside, maybe starting with the ground beneath you. Can you notice its texture and firmness? Is it cool or warm? damp or dry. Can you feel the air against your skin? The breeze moving around you? If you're inside, can you notice the weight of your clothing? The way it wraps and protects? Is there something else in your space that you can explore using the sense of touch? Can you move your attention between what's touching you, your clothing, a breeze on your skin, and something you can actively touch using your fingers, your hands, a different part of your body? Maybe there's a plant nearby, or the pane of a window if you're inside. Moving on to our sense of hearing. Just starting to notice sounds. What sounds are present in this moment? What can you hear close by? What can you hear further away? What can you hear as far away as it's possible to connect with? Can you notice any sounds that shift, like wind through branches? Can you listen with your whole body, noticing how sound vibrates through you? Now activating our sense of smell, bringing awareness to the scents around. If you're inside, are there any natural scents that you can connect with in your space? If you're outside, can you connect with the smell of damp earth or the faint sharpness of decaying leaves returning to the soil? Noticing for a moment whether these scents connect to any memories for you or evoke any feelings. And now exploring our sense of sight. If you have your eyes closed, I'll invite you to open them now. And starting to look around the space you're in. Slowly, side to side, up and down. Letting your surroundings come to you without efforting. Can you notice any colours of autumn? Can you notice the shadows and the quality of light at this time? Just gazing around the space in a gentle way, seeing how patterns and textures reveal themselves. Can you find one natural thing to rest your gaze on? Taking a moment to really notice its colour, shape, and texture. Activating our senses is a path back to presence, a path back to the here and now. From this space of being more attuned to your senses, can you notice the rhythms of the space that you're in? Any movements that you notice? The shifting of light and shade? If you're exploring this practice for the first time, can you notice anything that feels surprising or unexpected? If you're returning to this practice in a place where you've practiced this before, what feels different from the last time you connected with this place in this way? And what feels familiar? As you rest here, turning inwards as well, noticing the subtle stirrings of your own ecosystem. Thoughts that drift through, the feelings that arise. With each breath, letting awareness deepen. As if roots of presence are growing between you and this place. In a moment, rather than closing this practice, I'm going to invite you to let my voice fade away so that you can take some time to stay here, rooted in this present moment, exploring it in whatever way you would like. I hope you've enjoyed this sample practice. To explore the full version of this practice, including seasonal archetypes and embodied awareness of connection to nature, head to my website where you'll find the full recording, along with other recordings that explore archetypal ideas, ritual, and nature. I'll leave you here to stay connected to your senses, in your sitting place, in your connection to nature. I hope you enjoy the rest of your exploration of this process.